At this place in history, Sky Tracker meteorologist Haley Bouley and I are in Danville with Steve Perkins, the executive director of the Vermont Historical Society. Now, I'll give all of you a little bit of an indication of why we're here this week. So what is it about eclipses that brings us here?
Well, Mike, as we all know, there's this big event coming up, but it has happened in Vermont before, most recently in 1932. So we started digging through our diary collection. I'm going to kick us off with great Vermont diarist Dorman Kent. Wednesday, August 31st, 1932. At exactly 1 o'clock, Rich and I left the National in Orville's car. We made terribly swift time and finally stopped a half-mile beyond Danville Green, parked car and joined the throngs there. The eclipse started at 2:16. At the time, the sky was all clouded. But at about 2:40, the clouds separated where we were and the sun broke through. It was a quarter eclipse then. From then on, no clouds obscured the view. Oh, ye gods, what a sight it came to be. Now, another diarist that we had went to Joe's Pond, which is right down the road over here. She wasn't quite as verbose as Dorman Kent was, but she specifically mentioned seeing Bailey's beads.
Yes. Bailey's beads is right before you hit totality, and you're just about to see complete darkness. The last little bit of light on the outer fringes of the moon, essentially, coming over the sun, illuminates some of the terrain of the moon. So it allows for this almost diamond. It's referred to as a diamond as well. And sometimes you can see one, or sometimes you can actually see two of Bailey's beads. And it's named for the astronomer that discovered that it was the terrain of the moon that was being shown.
So I had sent Mike some newspaper articles that I dug up from 1932. And they said that there were over 200 scientific, they called them expeditions, to this area of Vermont and New Hampshire to study the eclipse.
It's still very much today studied by scientists. We really can't get incredibly close to our sun to study it, but the eclipse gives us kind of almost a moment to do so, to get a little bit closer than what we normally can.
The media at the time was mistaken and said that Montpelier, especially the Barrie-Montpelier area, which was fairly well populated, would not be in the path of totality. So we have all these diaries from people who lived in that area who talk about leaving Montpelier, driving here to Danville or over into New Hampshire to see the eclipse because they were worried they wouldn't be in the path of totality, but ultimately it actually Montpelier was in that. They were worried, especially in the Newport Derby area. They were out of hotels. People were letting out their rooms. They were letting people.
Yeah, I was going to say all things that we have heard and will experience in a couple of days.
Eclipse glasses like these are not a recent innovation. Steve, I understand all of you at the Vermont Historical Society have a 1932 example or two.
There's not a lot of great material culture in our collection from the eclipse, but we do have a pair of eclipse glasses from 1932, and they were created by an Orleans County doctor for sale as a promo piece for all these people coming up. And so you can see that at the museum in Montpelier. And the museum will be open on the day of the eclipse, so you can check that out and some of these writings.
Oh, ye gods, what a sight it came to be in 1932 at this place in history.
This is Fox 4.